Good evening, beautiful souls, and welcome to Slow It Down Sundays. I am your host, Arlene Connolly Drummond, and I am so excited that you have taken time out of your hectic schedule to meet me here at this time to practice something that we said we would do, right? We said we will slow it down. And so you have done what I call an intentional pause. You have said today, or whatever time you may be listening to this broadcast, that this is an opportunity for me to just recalibrate myself and check in with me, see how I'm doing, and ensure that I am taking care of me. And so the power of slowing it down, we've determined that it is a power, it is a strength, and it is us taking ownership, us taking authority, and us sitting in the space of connection. Not with all the things that are on our plate, but with ourselves. And so I'm excited that you're here. So thank you for joining me on this journey of slowing it down. You know, it's been a process for me. I share with all of you that the idea of slowing it down is not something that I can say I've mastered. It is something I continue to work on daily. And many days it is a struggle for me to slow it down because of the demands and the projects and the meetings and obligations and all the things that I experience, and I'm sure you're experiencing, that impact, or what we could say crowd or consume our lives and our schedules. But on this time, we pause from all of that and we say we're going to slow it down. And you know what, as I was pondering on this episode was, has been a challenge one for me because it hits on another level. It's, there are certain things that there are issues you're working on, but then there are some things that come up and it hits you in that soft spot, that sore spot, that area of your life where this is something I'm still needing to work on. And not only do I need to work on it, but it has been a challenge area for me. So in the spirit of slowing it down, today I want to talk to you about the body speaks, listening to the messages within. And I can tell you all that the body speaks. The body speaks, it whispers. The body taps us on the shoulders. The body gives us messages. But how often are we listening? Are we ignoring the messages that the body is trying to convey to us? I know I have been guilty of that. I've been guilty of the body speaking to me and me not. It wasn't that I didn't listen. So I shouldn't say I didn't listen. No, I guess I have to say I didn't listen. I didn't pay attention. I didn't give it priority. I didn't act responsibly, right? I didn't lean in and practice the art of good communication by giving the speaker the attention and the time that it's due or it's worthy of. And so today I'm inviting you all to go through a little journey with me around what does that mean that the body speaks? And as you are listening and you are leaning in today, I want us to really just step into a moment, silence the outside noise, and really lean in, not just to my voice, but lean in to hear the inner voice that is speaking. And many times it is the body that is telling us something about ourselves. And over the years, I will say that I continue to be a person that is very intentional, very passionate, um, have a lot of projects and priorities. I'm a leader, so there are people who lean on me, and there's an expectation um, that I show up in spaces and that I'm giving of myself, of my time, my intelligence, and it could be draining showing up and being the voice, the leader, the person who is moving and making strategic moves in various roles. And that's usually me. I am, and so I can tell you that the body was speaking to me. The body was speaking to me in whispers. The body shared with me, I'm tired. I'm feeling weary. I heard that, but the people like me and maybe like you, um, not that believe we are superhuman, but we are go getters. We are hard workers. And so we push past tired. We push past weary. We push past exhaustion and we keep going because there's a deadline. There is a project that requires our attention. And we keep going. The body is speaking. So the body didn't just speak and say, I'm tired. The body also says through through pain in different places, right? Pain in your shoulders. The body's telling us something. There may be tension that we're holding on to, right? There may be the weight of stress that we're holding on to. And that translates into messages that the body's sharing with us that many times, I know for me, I carry it on my shoulders. That headache, I suffer from pounding headaches. The body was speaking to me, right? And I'm still pushing, I'm still pressing, I'm still doing because I have a high pain tolerance, right? But the body was speaking. Every ache, every pain, every sense of discomfort, the body is telling me something. The body's telling you something. And my question to us today is, are we listening? Are we listening to what our bodies are saying? Or are we so consumed with our goals, our tasks, our assignments that we neglect ourselves? And that's part of where Slow It Down Sunday is nestled in. It's nestled in the understanding, the awareness of what it means to and how important it is to slow down so that we can tune into ourselves, be more attentive to ourselves, process the things we're going through, the things that are going on in our lives, assess and determine what are the things that are weighing me down, that are draining me, that may be causing me anxiety, and then being consciously aware of the things that could be replenishing and bring joy and bring peace. If I'm not paying attention and I'm just moving like a hamster on a wheel, or I'm just pushing past the next assignment, the next project, and I'm not paying attention to the messages that my body's speaking, what could happen to me, right? And so I really wanted us to just check in with ourselves. Where are you feeling tension in your body? The body is speaking to you. And I want you to just lean in for a moment and listen. Where is those places and spaces in which you are carrying tension? where we are feeling stress and stretched. Um, one of the things that we know that is critically important for our well-being is sleep, right? Sleep is an essential. Sleep is a time in which the body is replenishing, it's rejuvenating. Rest and good quality sleep is part of well-being and wellness. Well, I can tell you that I don't necessarily all the time sleep well. And that impacts how I show up. But you know what? I show up, and most people don't know that I haven't gotten proper sleep, but I know it. I feel it. And even though I can still produce the things and be the leader people are expecting, it comes at a cost. And is at a cost that I no longer want to pay. I want to be in the place where I honor, I respect, and I give reverence to the blessing of the temple that I've been blessed with, the space in which this this body that has been given to me to sojourn through this earth. And when we misuse it, when we ill-treat it, when we don't give it the time and attention it deserves, it's going to speak to us, right? And we want to be in the place where the body doesn't just, it taps us on the shoulders, it whispers in our ears, it, it even screams. And even in that, many of us ignore. It gives us different signals, right? You're feeling thirsty a lot. You are, maybe going to the bathroom a lot. You are feeling tired or fatigued. You're feeling aches and pains in different places, right? Something is happening in your body, right? You are feeling discomfort in your stomach. You're dealing with headaches, right? Um, your eyes are not focused. Even when you are finding yourself experiencing what they call brain fog, or you're struggling to concentrate or to focus, all of those things is the body speaking, and it's saying, I'm not okay, and I'm deserving and I'm in needing of some attention, right? So imagine, just let's, you've heard this parallel comparison before of our cars, right? Um, so our cars require what? Maintenance, right? And when there's something in our cars that is not functioning properly, what? Does the car not speak? Right? It speaks. It either stops moving, it's sluggish, um, it makes noises, right? It doesn't function like it normally does, right? And sometimes the body is saying, or the car may be saying, I need fuel, right? And if I don't fuel it up, it what? It will stop on you in the middle of the road. And so, just like our body requires maintenance, just like our cars, I'm sorry, just like our cars require maintenance, so does our body. Our body requires us to give it time and attention, to do some preventative, nurturing attention to ensure that it continues to operate at its maximum capacity. My car takes premium gas. People will say to me, Arlene, why are you still putting premium gas in your car? And I'm saying because that's the prescribed fuel that my type of vehicle requires. And if I was to put a different type of gas in my car, I can then anticipate the potential outcome, whether it's sluggish or it doesn't function as it needs to. any possibilities, right? So I try to make sure that I'm honoring the manufacturer's usage of the car. Well, the body, there are certain things the body requires, right? And so tonight, I'm just really wanting us to really think about, are we giving our bodies what it requires? And um, our bodies, and most people that I encounter, people who are in my circle, people who I know um, are servants. We seek to serve, we seek to do, we seek to be supportive of others. We are the givers, the doers, right? If you're looking for someone to help you on a project, it's usually finding someone who's already doing a lot, getting a lot done. Well, it part of what I've talked to you about over these various episodes on what it means to slow down. It requires us to be able to determine when we need to say no unapologetically, clearly, because we are in tune with ourselves. We are clear about our priorities. We have we are focused, we are living intentionally, and we are assessing, are the things that I'm saying yes to in alignment with my passions, my goals, my interests, and my purpose? And when it's not in alignment, can I peaceably say, no, not now, not available, and not feel guilty about it, right? So I am encouraging you all to really think about what it means to be and do and practice the art of slowing down before the body screams so loud that is difficult for you to ignore. And at the times that our body screams so loud that it becomes difficult for us to ignore, we are usually in crisis. And I don't know about you, but the idea and what it means to be in crisis mode with my body means that I can end up needing medical attention. And so, what I would like for us to avoid is the need for the body to scream so loudly that we can no longer ignore it, that the volume, the messaging, all the whispers, the tap were not received. We were not responsive to it. And so then the body then screams. And so I've experienced that firsthand. And I know some of you have as well. Those of us who have, the body has screamed, gave us clues that something is not okay. And we pressed past and we pushed our bodies to the limit and at a cost. And I'm inviting you all, as we engage in the why slow it down is so important, as we resist the culture of the rush, the culture of get it done, of being um, overly committed. Um, I want us to really just slow it down and do it at a way of not feeling guilty, but do it in a way where you understand the importance that you play, the role, the the essence of who you are, and that You are essential to the ebb and flow of your life, the purpose you've been created, and that there are people and there are tasks and assignments that, yes, God has given you. And the only way that you can fulfill it, that you can walk it through, is by what the Lord told me. So the Lord said, Arlene, change the pace of your movement. Otherwise, you will not endure to the end. That was a sounding loud alarm to me, because he's already been speaking. The body was already giving messages. But was I really listening? And it's not that I didn't give it any attention. What I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to us, is many times we don't give it the full attention that it deserves. And as we continue to practice what it means to change the pace of our movement, so we can what? We want to endure to the end. We want to fulfill our purpose here on earth. We want to be a vessel that can be used, right, for his glory. We want to be that. But in order for us to be the best versions of ourselves and fully commit to that layer of service, it requires each and every one of us, you and me, to be fully intentional about our well-being. And this is part of why Slow It Down exists. It is a practice. It is our intention to create a new habit, a habit that allows us to be better stewards of who? Ourselves. Because while we may have lots of responsibilities, many tasks and things that are on our plate, as we're even looking at the week ahead that's coming up, when we get into this space, we say we are leaning in to recalibrate and reassess and tune in and even strategically envision and plan out the week ahead, right? Could we, as we step into that lane of planning and projecting the week ahead, do it with a greater sense of intentionality of, can I lean in and can I quiet the noise enough to hear the whispers, to hear the conversation that my body is exchanging with me? Can I prioritize my rest? Can I ensure and make it a plan to get quality sleep? Can I not crowd and pack my schedule so tight that I don't have room for lunch, for breath, right? For proper hydration, for sleep, for walks, for the exercise, for the movement that my body requires? Can I not be so busy and so consumed that I take care of everything else and everyone else and not myself? I'm inviting you, as you plan for the week ahead and you plan for the weeks and days ahead, and you look at the life you're living, that we focus on living it better. Can you agree with me that we have an opportunity, for as long as we still have breath, to do it a little bit better? each day? Can I work on small goals, small habits, small shifts and changes I can make in my daily life that can allow me to live better? Can I make sure that I am nourishing my temple? Can I make sure that I am resting, eating well, moving my body? Can I work on minimizing stressors and allowing myself to find more opportunities for laughter and joy? Can we commit to doing that? It is my goal. It is my uh it is the work that I'm doing. I want to live this life, as I said it at the beginning of the year. I want to live for as long as I am living, and I want to live it well. And my invitation to you, as part of my Stride community, you clicked on this channel for a reason, this subject for a reason. The body is speaking to you. There's something you're hearing that is telling you, pay attention. And so I'm inviting you as we press forward in this week that you slow it down, take time for yourself, prioritize your well being. Our life is not a race. We can pace ourselves so that we can make it to the end. This is Arlene Connolly Drummond, your Stride coach, and I'm saying to each and every one of you, let's slow it down. And I hope you have a phenomenal week. And I will see you next Sunday on Slow It Down Sunday. Make it a great one.